Hello students, welcome to our online session. Today's class we will start with looping statement. Like other programming language, in Java also we have three types of looping statement. One is for loop, while loop and do while. And syntax of for loop, while loop and do while loop also will be similar to other programming language. Especially the syntax will look like RC programming syntax. To start with, we will start with while statement. If you can remember, all these looping statement comes in the concept when you want to do repetitive task. So when you want to do task completely, that means repeatedly, then we go for this looping statement. One thing, until the condition is true, the task will be completed. Once condition becomes false, it will come out of the loop. Okay, the same logic is used here also, until in while statement also. So until the while condition is true, loop will be, this statement will be executed. Once this condition become false, this statement this loop will come out of the program. This is how while statement execute. See the syntax. As per the syntax, first you need to give while and within a bracket condition. If condition, then inside that you will have a statements. If condition is true, the statement is executed. Once after executing, once again it will go back and check for the condition. Once again the condition is true, the statement will be executed. So the task will be repeated until the condition become false. So once the condition become false, the looping statement is stopped and it will come out of the loop. Okay, that explanation only is given below. This is how the looping statement work. That's the reason we call these looping statement as a repetitive statement also, because we are keep on repeating the statement until the condition is true. We will see the flow diagram for looping statement. Condition is given. If condition is true, statement is executed. And once again it will check for the condition. Once again condition is true, statement will be executed. But once condition become false, it will come out of the loop. So this is how our while statement executes. So this is the flow diagram. We will see one simple example with while statement. Here count is given as 1 and count is greater than equals to 5. I'm just checking whether, so this is lesser than. Initially I'm declaring count is 1. Yes, then I'm checking count is less than equals to 5 means I'm telling to print the count and count plus plus. So we will start with 1. So as of now count is 1. So 1 is less than equals to 5 means condition is true. Yes, 1 is less than 5 only. True. So what will happen? System.out.println, in the output window 1 will be printed. Then count plus plus. Count was 1, now it will become 2. So next time it will check with 2 is less than equals to 5. Then also condition is true. So next here we are telling to print the count. So this time count will be printed in the next line. Why? Because here we have given not print, println. Println means it will print in the new line. Third time then count plus plus. So this time the count will become 3. So as of now we have got 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Now the count is 3. So 3 is less than equals to 5. Condition is true. So 3 will be printed. Count plus plus. So count will become 4. So in this also 4 if you take, 4 is less than 5 only. So condition is true. So count will be printed. Next time count will become 5. 5 when it comes to 5, so count is 5. 5 is less than equal to 5. Whether it is true or false means it is true. Why? Because equal to symbol is there. Since it is true, count will be printed as 5. Count plus plus. So count will become this time 6. So when it comes to, till now we have printed like this. So count is 6. It will check 6 less than equals to 5. But 6 is not less than 5. So condition fails. So program, the loop will won't enter any statement, it will jump out of the loop. So our output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a simple program to explain the concept of looping. Hope you understood the concept. This is how the program while statement work. Next, the same way we have another looping statement called do statement. The do statement have the following syntax. In while statement, the condition is checked first. In do while statement, condition is checked at the end. So here when you see do and then statement is there, and then as per the syntax do, then statement is there, at the end we have while condition. This is the syntax for do statement, but logic is same. Until the condition is true, the statement is executed, but once condition become false, the statement will terminate the loop and come out of the loop. But as per syntax, only once the statement will be executed and then condition is evaluated. So the first time the statement will be executed, then it will check for the condition. If condition is true, then it will go back and execute the statement. If first time itself condition is false, only the first statement would have been executed. That's the reason it's given. The statement is executed once initially, then the condition is evaluated. Okay. Then the statement is executed repeatedly until this condition becomes false. Until it becomes false, it will keep on executing the statement. This is a concept about do while statements. We will see the flow diagram. So first statement will be there. First time statement will be executed. Then it will check for condition. If condition is true, once again the statement will be executed. Then it will check for condition. Condition is true, once again statement will be executed. Then it will check for condition. Once the condition becomes false, it will terminate the loop and come out. So this is how our do statement work. We will see the same with the simple example using do while also. Here also I have taken a concept of count equals to 0, do count plus plus. So here we are printing system.out.println count. First thing do, what first statement has to be given. So here we have given two statement. What we have to do, once I enter the do loop, I should count 0 it was, my count will become 1. Then I need to print the count. Then I have to check for the condition. Okay. We will try debugging just going through this program. So initially count is 0. So it will come inside the loop. Here count plus plus. So count will become 1. Next I am telling to print the count. So in the output window 1 will be printed. After printing it will check whether 1 is less than 5. True or false, condition is true. So once again the loop goes up. This time count was 1, but here count plus plus is there, so count will become 2. Then I am telling to print system.out.println count, so 2 will be printed. Then it will come out and check whether 2 is less than 5, condition is true. So once again loop goes up. Here count has to be incremented, so count will become 3. Once count is 3, 3 has to be printed. Then it will check whether 3 is less than 5. Then also condition is true. So it goes up. This time the count will become 4. Then it has to check whether 4 is less than 5. Then also condition is true. 4 will be printed. Next time when loops moves up, as of now we have printed count plus plus, it will become, so count will be 5. And we need to print the count, 5 will be printed. Now it will come 5 less than 5. Now tell me whether it is true or false. Means it is only less than, equal to is not there. So the condition fails. Once condition fails, the loop gets terminated, and with this your window program will be stopped. So this will be the output for our program. So understand, in do while first time statement is executed only once, then it will check for condition. If that condition is true, statement will be executed. Otherwise statement will terminate the loop and come out of the loop. We will see the comparison between while and do while, one of the frequently asked question. I think looking at the diagram only you can tell the comparison. First, in the while side, condition is checked first, then statement is executed. Under do while side, statement is executed only once, then condition is checked. Here, when condition is true, statement will be both the concepts of logic is same. Until condition is true only, both the statement will execute. Next, you can write this flow diagram as a difference. Then you can write one example in both the sides. And this is, since see, in the entry only we are controlling the thing, we call this as an entry controlled loop. And since the condition is checked at the end, we call this as exit controlled loop. So that is another one point. Okay. So this is how you can write 5 difference. See, first difference is write entry control loop. This do while is exit control loop. First point is over. Next, explain the while statement logic. Here condition is checked first. Then statement is executed. Here statement is executed at least once, then condition is checked. So second point. Third point, write the syntax of while statement and write the syntax of do while. Fourth point, write the flow diagram and of while and do while. Fifth one, write the example. So it will be like you will be covering 5 difference between while and do while. Then we will move on to the another set of looping statement. We call this statement as for loop. Here also the logic is same. Once condition is exit true, the statement will be executed. Until condition is true, the statement will be keep on executing. But once condition become false, the statement will terminate. Here also the logic is going to be the same. But syntax of the for loop will differ. Usually in while and do while and all, we will just only check for condition. Increment and initialization we will give. Initial we will give above the while loop, and increment we will give within the program. Here all the 3 things will come in one line. If you could see, the syntax of this goes like this. Put a for in small letter, open a bracket, then write the initial value, that we call it as initialization, colon, condition, then increment or decrement. Not only increment, we can write a program to decrement also. Increment / decrement you can mention. All the 3 things should come under initial, condition, increment, decrement. Then you have the statement. Okay. So initial is executed once before the loop begins. Condition, the statement is executed until the condition become false, and increment is the increment portion of this executed at the end of each iteration. Once I finish all the statements in my loop, then this increment or decrement operator will work. So this is the syntax for loop. See the flow diagram. We initialize the value, then give a condition. If condition is true, statement is executed. After executing, it get incremented or decremented. If once again condition is true, once again it will execute the statement, increment, decrement. So this loop keeps on continues until the condition is true. But once condition become false, the loop terminates and come out. Okay. This is how our for loop will work. So here given the syntax separately for the for loop. No, yeah, this is explaining the while logic, how while loop is set. But in the for loop, everything will be in while statement. This is what I was mentioning. Initialization will be in the beginning, then condition, then increment or decrement. But in the for loop, all the 3 things will be in the same line. First, initial value is separated by semicolon. Then comes the initial value separated by semicolon. Then you will give a condition, then semicolon. Then you will have a increment or decrement operator. So this is how for loop syntax will be designed. So here also we will see one simple example for statement. So if int, since we have to give all the things in the beginning itself, count equals to 1, that is initial, count is less than 5. So count is less than equal to 5, count plus plus I have given. So once you execute, count is set to 1, then it will check whether 1 is less than equals to 5, condition is true, so it will come inside and print count. So 1 will be printed. Next time loop goes up, count, since it is plus plus, count get incremented and this will become 2. This time it will check whether 2 is less than 5, yes, condition is true, 2 will be printed. Next time loop goes up, it is 3. 3 is less than 5, yes, 3 is less than 5, it get incremented and it will be printed. Next it is moves up, it will become 4. 4 is less than 5, it will be printed. Next time it will go up, it will become 5 less than equals to 5. Already we got this output and kept. Condition is true, so it will print count 5, then it get incremented and it will become 6. But when it comes to 6 less than equal to 6, condition fails. So the program loop will terminate and program will be stopped, and this will be the output of your program. This is how the for statement work. So under looping statement we have three. One is while loop, do while loop and for loop. So whenever this question is asked, you need to write the purpose. Looping means until the condition is true, the loop will be executed. Once condition becomes false, the loop will terminate. Until the condition is true, loop will be executed. Then you need to write the syntax, flow diagram, example and output. So you will cover 5 different points to explain this concept. Okay. We finished with looping statement. Then we will move on to the next concept called jumps in Java. Jumping statement. Jumping statement means are the control statement which transfer the program execution to a specific statement. That means without any major condition, when we give that particular statement, from immediately it will switch over from that location to another location. So some of these jumping statements are break, continue and return. So these statements transfer execution control to another part of the program. See, we are in the 5th line. When I say go to 1, from the 5th line, it will immediately go to the first statement once again, like that. So jump means within the program itself, when I want to transfer the control to any other line, I can use these statement. Under that, the first statement is break. Okay, we will just write a syntax break. This can be used. One big good example for break is we can write any switch statement program and we can tell sorry, in between just a fraction of a second some disturbance was there in the recording. Inside the switch case to we can use this break inside a switch statement, or we can use inside a loop to break the loop and terminate the execution, or we can use inside a labeled block to break the block execution based on some condition. But all based on condition, you can make it to do this. So in the 3 places, see 1, 2 and 3 type areas you can use this break statement. We will see one program based on this. I think all of you, its program is clear. Initial class name declaration, initial main method declaration, we are using j is 0, j is less than 10, j plus plus. Just now we saw the for loop. I think you will be able to follow what is for loop. Now what I am telling here, if j is first time it comes, j is 0. So it will come inside. It will check whether j is 5. No, but j is 0. So this statement won't be a problem. Then it will come out and print j. So initially 0 will be printed because j is initialized to 0. Next time it will j gets incremented because we have j plus plus. J will become 1. With 1 it will come inside and check whether j is 1 is equals to 5, false. So this part will be skipped and it will come here. Already 1 would have been printed, now it will print 2. Then it will go back, this time j becomes 3, it will check whether 3 is equals to 5. It's once again false, so this part of the program will be skipped and it will print j. Then it goes this j get incremented to 4, it will check whether 4 is equals to 5. Now also it is false, so it will print only 4. Next time it goes up, j will become 5, and when it comes here, it will check whether 5 is equals to 5, condition becomes true. Yes, 5 is equals to 5. So this time it is 5 is equals to 5. Okay, since condition is true, what it is break. Instead of continuing the program, here only that entire, but actually j has to go up to 10. But since condition is true and I have told break, it will skip the thing and it will come to this part of it and it will print outside for loop. And see, output will be like this. Up to 4 it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 it will print. Then it will print outside for loop and stop off. So this is how our break statement, whenever we see the break, it will break that particular line and that it will come out of that particular section. Okay. Next we have continue statement. And this is another jump statement. This statement is used only within looping statement. So where it is used means it is used only within the loops. Okay. To continue to the certain. When continue statement is encountered, then it skips the current iteration and next iteration starts. So the purpose of continue statement is it will skip the current iteration and it will move to the next iteration. So the remaining statement in the loops are skipped. The execution starts from the top of the loop again. Okay. So in case it will continue means wherever we are telling to do that, it will stop that particular full set of program. Iteration is stopped. It will start once again from the next set of iteration. That's what given in the first point. The remaining statement in the loops are skipped. Execution start from the top of the loop again. So we can use this looping continue statement to skip current iteration and continue the next iteration inside the loop. So we preferably use this continue statement inside the loop. So this is an example for continue statement. Syntax for continue statement is in small letter you need to write. So class test, then a main method declaration. Here I am telling j is 1. So initially 1 and until 100 I need to check. So 1 is less than 100, condition is true. So it will come inside and it will check 1% modulus 2. I think if you can remember, this has to give you a modulus means we will take the not the quotient value in the division, we will take the remainder value. So here it will check 1. It will check 1. 1 minute, I'll change the. So it will check 1 modulus 2. That means remainder value. The condition is false. So this it will skip from here and it will print 1. Done. Then it will go back to the, once again the loop goes back to the thing. J get incremented and previously we had 1 in the output. Now it is 2. Now with the 2, the condition is true. 2 is less than equal to 100. Yes, condition is true. So it will come to percentage of 2 equals to 0. So 2, when you divide the 2 by 2, when you divide 2 by 2, here 1 times the remainder is 0. So here the what is taken, 0 is equals to 0 it will come. Condition is true. Since condition is since condition is true, it will see a word called continue. Instead of printing J, from here only, initially, directly it will go back to the for loop. You don't complete these steps and all. This is the purpose of continue. Wherever it sees continue, it will stop that iteration and it will go back to the previous iteration and it will get J is 3. Then it will check whether J percentage of 2 equals to 0. When we divide 3 divided by 2, we won't get remainder is not 0. So this part of loop won't work and then J will be printed as 3. Initially we had 1 as an output, then 3. Next time when we do like that, 5 will be printed, 7 will be printed, like that, like odd numbers will be printed and gone. Understood? So when we see this continue, when this condition is true, continue will be executed. After seeing the continue, instead of doing all these steps, it will jump back to the program. That is what the concept of continue statement. Okay, and you will get the output. Till 99 you will put, but all the, since remainder is 0 means you should not, continue will come. It will skip all the even numbers and you will print. Next type of jump statement is return. Return is the last jump statement. The return statement is used to end the execution of a specific method, then return back. So you want to stop any method and return back, then we can use for return. When we use return statement program, then it sends the program control to the, usually the return concept and all will use when we use the concept of functions. If you remember, in C program, we will call a function and then a called function, when we say return, it will come back to the main function. That is what they are also telling. Usually, these kind of things and all will used in some methods where when I want to switch between called function and caller function, then I can use the concept of return. The syntax of return will be just return a word, return in small letters. Okay, so and when we see the concept of functions in Java, we don't call that concept as function, we call it as a methods. We will use this return example. We will discuss this return example. Clear? So today's class we have covered quite a few things. So we started with looping statement. We finished 3 looping concept: for loop, while loop and do while. And also we have discussed 3 jump statement: break, continue and return. With this we finish our first chapter. Based on these for loop and while loop and all, I will send a set of programs which you just copy it in your notebook and keep. And then I will share the university question for the first chapter. That also you take down. So when you come for Monday session, we will just revise one round first chapter and then we will start with our second chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.